Hello, friends. It's your brother Rabbi Chinedu TV. I also want to educate you on this aspect because I base my sensitization on family. My earnest desire is how families can be able to build themselves as well as build the future of their children. It is a very wonderful thing that you see parents work so very hard. They work hard to bring comfort to their homes. As a matter of fact, I'm a victim because if I can remember where I was born and where I am today, something to give God praise. Every man expects growth, expects expansion. But there's one thing that will always come into our mind, as you can see. This strive for making wealth, leaving families behind, leaving our children behind. Each time we work so hard, we crave for money. The father is all out there working so hard. The mother is also out there working so hard. There's nothing wrong about it. But what is more important is the Bible said that children are inheritance that come from the Lord. The word inheritance simply means something we benefited from nature. So most families today have made the money, no doubt about it. But they've not spent time to look at the seeds, those children that nature has given to them. There's one comment Solomon made. Solomon said that he's such a wise man, had made so much wealth. What if he will no longer be? What will become of him? The person that will take after him, is he going to be this wise to control all this mass wealth that's accumulated unto himself? There's something that sometimes that gives me some thoughts. You can see some parents, their children cannot trek to school that is about 10 poles away from their homes. And when you ask them, they say, I don't want my children to suffer like me. Well, there's one thing you need to realize. Every man born into this world is a nation. There's no way you can suffer after suffering. You also take up the sufferings of your children. The only thing you need to do is to ease their suffering, not taking it up completely. Because if you mean to suffer and continue to suffer of the suffering of the generations unborn, you are not doing yourself any good. That's why you can see most men die before their time. Because they invest so much energy to suffer, to make a move. Now, there's one young man. His parents died and leaving a massive wealth. Has everything. But this young man lacked what I call home training. One day, somebody took him to a pastor or a counselor. While the counselor was busy trying to hear him out, because all his problem is on how he can manage his parents' wealth. This guy could not control himself. He messed up. The God just messed up. You understand what I mean by messing up? And the minister asked him, what have you done? He said, this is it. And when he was growing up as a child, his father used to clap for him each time he messed. So to him, it's like a normal thing. It's a normal thing. That's the way children should be raised or grown up. Now, let me ask you a question. I've been in this city of Aba for some years now. I've heard and seen some wealthy men. I don't need to name them. I mean wealthy men, people that made them. As a matter of fact, you don't need address to go to their various homes. Their names ring bell in various homes. They made money in the past years, in decades back. But today, their children is the most backward. Most of the massive properties their parents left. Now, those children whose fathers were pauper, now the ones buying the property. Even most of them that were sent abroad, they came empty-handed. They went abroad and became professional gamblers. Some of them indulge in drugs. They are addicted to drugs, alcohol. They came back with nothing. So we have worked so hard. That's okay. These children, what kind of orientation can you give to them? The Bible said, train up a child in the way he should go. When the child grows up, he can never depart. This is just the truth. Your children cannot wash plate. You won't even allow them to wash their school uniform because there are maids all over the place. You brought maid that serves them, that cleans them up, that washes them up. Like in the days when we watch Coming to America. Those things are just a mere fiction. There's nothing real about it. What is more important is this. Can your children take your place when you are no longer there? Can they take your place? None of them is interested in your business because you have made so much money. Now they are enjoying the money without knowing that there are consequences in every of our action. Most times we talk about karma. What is karma? A lot of people think that karma is something that lives outside of us. No. Karma lives in us. Karma simply means every of your action has a way of coming back to you. That's what karma is. So these little children, as you are calling them today, a time will come they will become an adult. They also become fathers. They will now become married men and married women. So what becomes of them? Some of your daughters do not even know how to cook. But you're expecting them to have a better future. How would that be possible? Don't you spend time to ask yourself? Because you're successful today does not mean your children must be successful. If you have not spent time to work on their minds, you need to work on their minds. Train them up. Teach them how to wash, teach them how to do so many things. I was sharing some of my experiences sometime with some people, and the young lady was so angry with me. I told her that all through the years my children have grown up, I have never bought a phone for any of them. Even my wife, I refuse to do that. You have to give these children concern. Because why I also stopped by even never bought one for my wife is that once you buy for the mother, you will equally buy for them. So you allow them to be independent. Teach them what value is. Value is all about knowing what they have. That's the essence of value. So you must teach your children value. I thank you so very much once again. I remain your brother, Rabbi Chinedu. Thank you very much. You can subscribe, equally like and share this wonderful message.